happy Sunday, everybody. I wanted to do a quick little driving video. Yeah, I'm in the wife's Prius, enjoying some good MPGs after my long, treacherous, fun drive with the Mustang this morning. Let me give you a little insight about what happened, and maybe some of my subscribers can perhaps shed some light on my current issue. First thing I fixed was the car wouldn't go into park with the shift selector, so I had to make an adjustment on the transmission linkage that connects to the your hand shift lever. So I got that all fixed up good, which was cool. And then while I was underneath it, I don't know if you guys had noticed, I think my iPhone kind of clips out the resonation that MagnaFlow exhaust was doing. I basically just had two MagnaFlow straight out oval mufflers, I don't know what series they are, basically just clamped to the header outlets, the collector flanges on the headers, on the long tube headers, which that kind of resonation inside the car just made everything just completely unenjoyable. So when I was pulling the motor out of the Mustang, I actually left the original Flowmaster welded exhaust system in place, and I cut it neatly right at the floorboards. So with that being said, I did a quick little trip to Advance and got some flex pipe and just basically yanked those MagnaFlows off until I can afford to get the exhaust welded on professionally. And I tied in the existing exhaust system, the Flowmasters, to the header collectors, which made the acceleration 10 times better because it has a proper exhaust on it now, so it's much more responsive. And then it also made the sound in the cabin much more desirable as well. So that was a bonus. So I was feeling good. Decided, oh yeah, by the way, I got all the leaks fixed. I followed Tyler's advice. I did lift the engine up about 3.5 inches, fought with it for about 3 hours, getting it set back down into place. I reseated the oil pan gasket. All is good. So that was a bonus. But yeah, so I was feeling good. I decided to take it out for a drive. And I drove it for about 6 miles, 7 miles, and it was driving good. And I decided, I dropped my wife off to a bridal shower earlier this afternoon, and I was going to go pick her up, and I figured, what the hell, I'll pick her up in the Mustang. Well, it was good driving there, good times, except for the fact that there's a little chrome molding piece on the front of the Mach 1 hood that just decided to fly off while I was going 50 miles an hour down the road, and it smacked into the windshield. Luckily, it didn't break the windshield or harm any vehicles behind me, because there was no one behind me at the time, but I lost that in the highway. So that was good times. And then I got to
turn left onto Little Road.
Got to the bridal shower, and as I'm going into the bridal shower entryway, there's some speed bumps there, and you guys know that the Mustang sits pretty low. Well, I hit one of the speed bumps really slow, but still, since the car is so long, it caused the exhaust at the underneath to basically pull away from the header on the collector. My little adapter evidently wasn't tight enough, so it pulled the exhaust off the header. So I had to basically drive with an open header with all these ladies in their nice attire. I sounded like an idiot driving up with an open header on the exhaust. And then I went to go take Chelsea home, and the damn car would not start. It took a serious,
turn right onto St. Lawrence Drive.
I would say 2 minutes of just cranking it and pumping it and cranking it and pumping it to finally get it to start, which blows my mind because it's never had a starting issue since I replaced everything and put the MSD electronic ignition in it. So what I'm thinking is it may be a timing issue. I probably need to pull back the timing maybe 3 degrees or so. So if anybody out there is familiar with this issue, definitely message me in the comments about what you think that could be. But a hard start when at operating temperature is very annoying, especially when you have all MSD stuff on there, so there's no points in condenser and stuff like that to kind of falter the ignition. So anyway, she ended up hitching a ride back with her friend, and now I took the car home once I finally got it started. It was so damn obnoxious with an open header, driving it this path back home about 7 miles. Just sounded like shit. It drove like shit. You name it. So, little fun day with the Mustang. It's basically its first day in service, I guess you could say. And it served me well. It got me there and back fine, but just little things, Anyone out there that's, contemplating restoring a car, they want to build a car, all that stuff, it's funny, like, these TV shows like Power Block and Muscle Car, all these shows, they make it look so easy where, the guy wheels the car in half an hour, everything's done, and they're driving it fast and all this stuff. That couldn't be more bullshit. I'm personal friends with Rick Bacon, who used to host Muscle Car. And just in small conversations, it's all Hollywood shit. You have to endure so many things, like little tiny things, just like, the exhaust popping off, now you got to get it back home. You don't want to drive it around with, one exhaust hooked up, one not. It creates a backflow issue. You got little pinhole leaks here and there that you got to fix. So many things. So if you're thinking about restoring a car or doing a car or, all that stuff, just be prepared to put some serious time into it and understand that it is a labor of love. You are going to really spend a lot of time getting it right, getting it perfect, and getting it reliable. I think a lot of us take these new cars for granted. The turn signals just work, the lights just work, they accelerate, they stop, they get good fuel mileage, all this stuff. You take it all for granted, when you're building a car really, from scratch, or you're restoring something that's 40 years old. So anyway, just a little bit of a driving video here. It's a great Sunday. I love it. I'm blessed to be able to have a car to work on, a muscle car to work on, and I don't want to ever take that for granted. So I'll end the video here, and thanks for watching, guys. Leave your comments below. Later.